Good morning, welcome to the channel. This is going to be the first thing we get done today, like every day, get the goats fed. So let's go on ahead and get that done. Come here, Oreo. Get out of there, Jack. We don't have too many goats on the pasture, and we find that's the best way to raise them. You don't want to overstock any animals you have on your pasture. You may notice that there's not a lot of feed in these containers, but you may also notice that the animals are quite healthy. That's because they're given an assortment to eat of green grass. They have a pasture they can eat green grass in, and they also have a lot of brush that they can browse on, and they have hay available as well. The feeding is mainly to get these animals to be able to come to us when we need them to come to us. Jack's ready to feed the chickens. That's his favorite part, huh? Yeah. Well, y'all's master is coming. Just hold on. These chickens won't receive a whole lot of grain either, but they're going to be free ranging. They do every day, and they pick up a lot of bugs and weeds and grass and seeds while they're out free ranging. So they don't need a whole lot of grain. They're not confined to a pen all day. I'm waiting on you, Daddy, my baby. Let's see how these little chickens are doing in here. We're going to see in a minute. Hey, Festus. Good morning. The dogs follow us around on the farm for all the chores we do. They love being part of the farm. Jack gives the chickens a little playful chase, but he's trained to know never to harm the chickens. This batch of chickens is being released from their coop this morning. They have to be closed up at night every night so that predators can't get to them. The job of any good herdsman is to watch over his flock and protect them. When any animal is in your care, it's your job to watch over it and take care of it and make sure that it has food and water and protection and shelter. We try to provide these things for these animals on our farm. Here you'll see chopped up grass being fed to a mother hen and her babies that are in a coop that can't get to grass on their own. So the grass is being brought to them. The water is refreshed on a daily basis. These are given plenty of grain because, as I said before, they are in a coop and they can't get out of it. This is to protect the mother and her babies at this time from chicken hawks and other predators that roam about during the day, and owls that roam about, and other predators at night. The mother communicates with her little chicks and they respond to her calls. When the chicks are a little bigger, they'll be moved to a pen with their mother, and they will have access to bugs and grass on the ground at that point. Greens are picked and fed to the chickens daily at times like these in the winter when there isn't much grass for them to forage. The greens that he's picking now is intended for the chickens because they don't have a lot of grass in the yard anymore. We grew a lot of extra stuff just for this purpose. He'll probably pick a lot of the greens that are damaged, that we wouldn't normally eat or give away. Some of it may have bugs on it, the ones that's bug eaten, and the chickens will eat the bugs and the greens. They like all of it and it's all good for them. It helps the chickens to lay better when they have greens in their diet. There's just a lot more nutrients in living food.
Like turnip greens more than they like mustard beans.
This is a strange plant that came up in the mustard greens. It was just in the seeds with the mustard green seeds. If anybody knows what it is or why it's different than the rest of it, please leave us a comment. There's actually a couple of them that came up. There's another one there. There's 3 or 4 of them out here actually. We can't figure out why they're different than the rest of the mustard greens. You can see he's picking some grass also. It'll just give a little variety in the nutrients and the textures, and it'll get some of the grass out of the garden. Okay. Let's get a better look at it. That's garlic. It's planted in September and harvested in May. So the grass that you see around it that he just picked, that's a winter grass. It'll be dead by the time it's time to pick the garlic in May. This is some ryegrass that was planted just a few months ago. Throw the seeds out right before a good rain if you can. And then you fertilizer also. This way there's at least one plot we can let the sheep and goats and horses into, and they can have them a bite of green grass every now and then, and it'll help their health as well. They have to have some green. So this is a nice section of it. You can still see the dew on it. It's pretty early in the morning here. Well, they was waiting on that, wasn't they? They used to getting that, so they know what's going on. They'll eat all of that today, won't they? So you can see how much greens these chickens can eat in one day. It's quite a lot. That's not all of it. He's going to dump some more of it over there. He got 2 5-gallon buckets of it, and they're going to eat all of that today.
Got a second crop of sunflower seeds they eat too. Sunflowers. They eat the leaves off of them plants too.
Huh.
Oreo, come on.
Come on, Oreo. Now these will get their share. And they just as happy to get it as the other ones were. And they'll eat all theirs today too. They're very glad to get it, because if you'll look, the grass is about dead. We are in December, so there's not much grass to be found. So that's why the horses have some hay. Have to feed them. You got to put hay out for them. You can't just let them sit out there with no grass to eat. They have to eat every day. My son came out and he put a fresh bale of hay for them. And these chickens, if you put hay in their nest, they'll eat it too. But we don't put that. We put wood chips. We put cedar chips to kind of deter the insects that would bother the chickens. But they love this green stuff, and it's going to help them to lay more eggs too, which this time of year they don't really lay very much, so anything will help right now. So don't be fooled. It does take a lot of work to raise these animals. You have to be here every day to tend to their needs. They have to eat and be cared for and have clean water every day, just like you and I do. So you do have to be committed when you have these animals, and it does take a lot of work. But for us, it's worth it. We love our animals, we love our farm, and we love this way of life. I hope you enjoyed our little tour. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye.